welcome to another vlog. I'd like to think in this vlog I look a lot more with it. I don't look as puffy and unwell. I am feeling so much better. I could go on and on about just how this year has started, from health issues, being on new medication, work, just everything that you could think of, good and bad. The start of 2023 has been interesting. Let's sum it up like that. I don't want to feel like I'm brushing past stuff and not addressing things that are happening in my life. I mean, I'm very vocal on Instagram saying what's going on because I share things here and there, but when it comes to vlogging, I could so comfortably sit down and chat for hours and hours and hours. I ramble, I go off on tangents. I enjoy doing that. I don't enjoy editing it afterwards, but I did notice in the last vlog that it was purely just a vlog about me being in quarantine, Andrew being away, and trying to be productive whilst being unwell. It was almost like an opportunity to get back into vlogging, and if it worked out and turned into a vlog, great, and if not, well, that's also okay. I actually really enjoyed picking up the camera. I mean, do feel free to watch that vlog if you fancy it, but I really enjoyed getting back into picking up my camera, being creative, different angles, because as I said, the start of 2023 has been quite interesting, and I wish I would have vlogged from the get-go, but I wasn't quite with it up there. I was also very overwhelmed. I'm not sure if you do follow me on Instagram, you'll know, but if you don't, well, you should. We have got an office in Norwich City with Helen and Andrew and I. That has taken a lot of our time mentally and physically to get it open, get it functioning, get ourselves in there. It's been quite a journey, and whilst that has been happening, they both collected the keys, or Helen collected the keys whilst I had COVID, so I was very unwell for a week, and then the week post I still wasn't very well, and then Andrew got unwell. That then made us behind on work and deadlines. So you're trying to open an office and a studio, because we've got a studio space there. That's what Andrew and I were really keen on doing. The amount of times we've gone and hired spaces in and around the city, it's been fun, and it's been a great opportunity to meet people, especially that we're now going into, in November, it'll be 4 years since we've lived in Norwich, and it still feels odd, but we definitely settled. But yeah, our main objective was to have our own studio, not work from home. I don't do well working from home, as in maintaining a routine is just quite difficult for me. So, and Helen felt the same as well. So, and Andrew goes away and does jobs in London occasionally, so I am on my own. And although I like having the house to myself, I don't like working at home. So there were so many things that would tick off, like issues that we have, or would make ourselves feel a lot better, and that was working together, also not working from home, and then the bonus of having our own studio, getting the equipment out the house so it has a home, get the house back. But just most importantly, it's really exciting. It's really just kind of like kicked off and really come together that I've got to start picking up my camera. Otherwise it's just going to be to the point where it's done. We just click of fingers, it just happened like that, and it definitely hasn't. So welcome to another vlog. If you fancy sticking around and seeing how this all unfolds, do subscribe, leave me a comment if you've got any advice and you've experienced opening an office, that would be great. But let's get on with the day. I've got some editing to do for my friend Grace. There are some other bits that I want to get together. I tell you what, trying to find clips, like you have a really good vision of what you're trying to achieve and it doesn't go to plan, the frustration is real. So I'll try and show you what I'm doing. I'm doing the process of dermaplaning. So the first step, I was like, okay, a key step is to cleanse your face to get ready for the dermaplaning. So I've done cleansing, dermaplaning, and then I want to do a clip of putting SPF on. The whole goal is this is going to be a reel. I've done the process of microneedling, and that went down so well, I thought. So I tried to do basically different angles of dermaplaning, but it didn't work out. And the only reason why this worked out is because I actually filmed it like this. Now when I work with Grace, we film everything portrait. Obviously filming things portrait and then you're changing the aspect ratio. Where this would be like that, I've had to chop there and there, so it's more condensed. So instead I've just done different steps of dermaplaning. So pray for me, basically. Let's be honest, I always am. So I think I've mentioned it already, I'm on new medication, which is always fun. There's teething issues, there are obviously side effects, not always, but in this case there is. But there's also benefits too, which I'm embracing. I feel more like myself, I've got a bit more energy, and I'm not hangry all the time, which is fabulous. But with that, I'm learning what I can and I can't eat, how important sleep is, and the fact that I definitely get migraines in connection with my period. I've just come off my period. I've been off it a little while, but I get like hormonal migraines. So I had a really bad stomach last night after dinner, which I'm going to be honest, wasn't the healthiest. It was literally just stuffed pasta with a watered down mascarpone sauce. I was feeling really lazy yesterday, and I just needed something quick and simple, and it was something that was in the fridge. I had it 5 days before because I literally had half a pack and half of the sauce, etc. I know I was fine with it, but apparently I'm not, so that was a no-no. So I didn't sleep at all well last night. I didn't go to bed until 1, like get to sleep until 1, back and forth from the toilet, and just being in excruciating pain. So that hasn't made this day productive at all. I've managed to get a bit of work done. The plan today was actually to go to Chroma with Andrew's mum and dad. They haven't, as I said, they're up at the moment, they're seeing a few places. I haven't actually seen Chroma or visited Chroma, really. I've been there once and it was for a photo shoot, and we were literally there for like 40 minutes. And it was on the left side of Chroma, which was like not where the pier is. So I don't really have a impression of Chroma, an opinion on Chroma, should I say. So I was going to drive down and meet them and spend a couple of hours with them, because obviously I've got dogs to bear in mind, and all of that just went out of the window. I was drowning in work yesterday, and Andrew's parents, I love them so much. They invited me out for dinner, the Black Horse, last night, and I was so consumed by the work that I had to get done. The closer it was getting to the time that dinner was going to be, I was like, I'm just not going to make it. And also I'm not really feeling quite 100%. And the Black Horse serves amazing food, lovely desserts, drinks, the whole thing. And I was like, I feel like it would be an absolute waste. I wouldn't enjoy it as much as I normally would. So I effectively pied them, and then I've pied them again today. And I feel really guilty and shit. Because I was really looking forward to spending time with them. So yes, today hasn't been as productive as I would have liked. I've just been chilling, drinking loads of fluid, trying to eat bits of food here and there, and I really want to share this with you, and I'm going to have to link it below. I've got this heated pouch, so I'm not sure if my belly I like my belly quite hot, or when I have a hot water bottle, to the point where, like, when I get my stomach cramps, because I have a stomach condition anyway, I'm quite prone to like gravitating towards a hot water bottle. But the thing is with a hot water bottle is that the heat only lasts for a certain amount of time. So I was always like, I'm going to get a heated blanket, or I'm going to get a heated like square patch thing that I can just put on my belly, or like shove down my pants so that it goes around my belly, and it'll solve all my issues. I just have to plug it in, set, like, it comes with a timer and everything like that. I'll do that. I was like, oh, it's not going to go as hot as I want it to. So I've been looking for quite a while, and I found one on Amazon. Lovely Amazon. Next day delivery, sorted all my issues, and I've been absolutely in love with it for about almost a week now. And it's like a pad. I'll obviously show it later on because I'll probably put it on. But it's one that you can actually like Velcro around your stomach. Pardon you, Ralph. Pardon you. I heard that. So that it's really fitted around your stomach, and especially if you've got period pains, stomach pains, it's just so great. And I sit there on the sofa with my extension lead. You can set it to different heat settings, and then you can also do timers on it, which that was the only bad review it had, is that some people didn't like the fact that it had a timer on it and they just wanted it all the time. And I was like, yeah, no, I get that, but it's also probably dangerous to have heated for that long amount of time. But you can also like detach it and put it in the washing machine, because it's like a fabric. Still don't really understand how that works, because it's still got to reconnect itself to be hot again, and that includes electricity. Probably won't do that. I did have a work call this morning, that went well, and then I've just been kind of like this all day. But I've just come back, not only from Tesco, but before I went on to Tesco, I went to go see, I'm going to call her my friend Lauren, because I consider her a friend. But Lauren, who does my wonderful, fabulous nails every single time. I do not know how she does such an amazing job, but she does. But I've always wanted my eyebrows microbladed, and I had them done 2 months ago. I was a model for her because she learnt a new technique, and I'm so happy that I went with her on this technique, because it's technically brows with movement, so it's not all like lines going that way. It's lines, it's microbladed lines that have got just movement to them. If you want to learn more, go to Lauren's Instagram. I'm sure she will have more of a detailed explanation of it. But I had my top up done today, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I would consider myself as low maintenance, but also I like to fake tan. I like to have my ginger hair. I like to have my nails done, but I like to have those done so then when I do go and do something, or I do put makeup on and go and do stuff, I'm pretty much sorted. I don't have to do too much. And that is a big privilege, and I'm very lucky to be able to do that. But from my top up, we've just gone like a bit darker and filled in a few more areas. So I'm really chuffed. Really chuffed, and I'm so proud of myself that I managed to lay there and chat away for 2 hours, because my stomach was doing something, not feeling quite right. I also had a migraine around lunchtime, so I took some Sulfadine like straight away, nipped that in the bud, had some more, and I just feel like I've got the hangover from a migraine. All is well. I've just now, it is 7:30. I want to have tea, bit of dinner. And kind of go to bed and hope that I'm going to wake up tomorrow feeling fab. This is what I see after they've had dinner. They just stare at me and cry at me. Yeah, I know what you want. I absolutely know what you want. Right, let's go to my Tesco haul. It's these ones I got for you guys. They match my trousers. Bear with me, kids. I know. And because you've been so good today, keeping me company, I'm going to give you whole teas. Whole teas. The goods. Right, okay, gently. There you go, my girl. Kiki, gently. Right, Ralph. Oh, good boy. You shouldn't do that because of your back. That would have been a bit of a jump scare. Good morning. I've been up for a little while, and I might just make this kitchen vlogs now. Today I thought I would show you, do a little haul, do a little Easter haul, because my mother and father-in-law, I can actually say that now, they've been up, and last night they popped in after coming back from Cromer and Holt, I think they went to go and see, and they leave today. They dropped in Andrew and I's Easter gifts, and I was like, wow, this is lovely. I don't think I'll be able to eat any of it right now because I do not feel good. Let Ralph in 1 second. Let's do an Easter haul, shall we? All M&S, which is even better. I got Walter, so that's mine. I'm labelling that as mine. This is Andrew's. He got Chiquita, the chicken, and then I didn't even know they do this. Tony's Chocolonely. I call it Tony Maloney's. Is it Tony Maloney's? Milk chocolate, and then sea salt milk caramel. I'm not sure I'll eat this one, but Andrew probably will. Andrew's been picking up these guys. Do this. Apparently, Cadbury's is going downhill. I mean, I know it's been bought by an American company, or it has been. I had a whisper the other day and I thought it tasted good. I don't know why I've just had one, because I don't feel great, but they're just too good. So they didn't just get us one bag. They got us gazillion. So that's how my day's going at the moment. I think I'm definitely going to go have a shower, and I might go and tart myself up a little bit. My eyebrows today are looking fabulous. Yes, they look dark, but it will like fade and go down, but I absolutely love how symmetrical they are. I had like a chunk of hair that just wouldn't grow here, and then I had hair that wouldn't grow here, and I didn't want to get rid of hair that constantly grows underneath here to match here, and it's just first world problems and all that. Definitely agree, but I've always been fascinated by microblading, and Lauren's technique is just, I absolutely love it. It bloody does hurt though. I felt like, you know, when you put yourself back in the seat when you're in pain, and I was clenching. It's not that bad. She does like the initial strokes, and obviously you're numbed and stuff. You can go through with a gel that like numbs it, and then you don't feel anything, like hardly like at all. And I could have gone to sleep. What you got? In the office. I haven't shared the office yet. It's been a process. It's been a thing. So for continuity purposes, this is a different day. My time in the office was short-lived, so I think I didn't do a proper full-on office tour, which I'm going to try and attempt now. So it would make sense to start it here. We are in the main office room, which you come through that door. This is my office section. So we have the dog crate here. The dogs were actually in yesterday. I did say to Andrew, I know Helen's not going to be in the office, so her dogs won't be in. Can we just do like a dry run of coming into the office, getting the dogs used to a new space, feeling safe, feeling somewhat settled, and just have a little bit of a sniff around. Andrew's desk, and then Helen's desk is over there. Helen's shop is here. And then I walk through the door. You have like the entrance bit here, and then we are now in the kitchen eatery area, so you can actually come in and put up this lovely wallpaper mural. We need to send her some flowers or some chocolates or get her a voucher, because she came in on a Saturday and did this on her day off, and she wouldn't settle for anything other than perfect. So we shall be forever thankful for Sue and her good deed. We also had a sofa turn up last week. I'm in a bit of a predicament about what what I would like to see here. We're all making our lunches here. I want a toaster. I know we're going to want a microwave. We have got lots of cabinet space, but that only goes so far, and you are limited on height and things. Although this one down here, just a massive box. So I was kind of thinking on this wall here to have like a little coffee bar with some stools underneath, and then we spin you around and go straight into the studio. I feel like this has been the longest room to get done. There's loads of ideas, there's lots of avenues that we potentially want to go down, but I think it's going to be a room where we've just got to try things out and see what works. We've put up a shorter colorama. Seems like all coloramas are just out of stock these days. The colorama and shooting area is always going to be against this back wall, but we've just got to imagine it just being a little bit longer. We had some polyboards delivered. We've been setting up some equipment just to see how much space is going to get taken up. This is what I was saying about the kitchen. So you've got a little workbench here, which we're going to get some stools to go underneath, and a potential mirror to go up here. So it can be a space to set up your cameras, do what you need to do, change lenses, however you like to work. But there's a bench here with that space to do that. But also with having a mirror at the top, it could be a space for models to get ready and have that space. This room, we're going to put equipment in and it's going to get locked. That room is going to have equipment in, which will just all get stored in there, labelled, look nice and neat, because that's the only way I will tolerate it. So everything has a home and it's not scattered like it is now. But so far so good. We've got some flooring to put down in that little room. We've got to get racking. We're having bars put on the windows and things like that. Again, just being cautious and smart. It's coming together. It's just taking its time. And as frustrating as it feels at times, I can see it coming together, and that's exciting. And I'm embracing that. There's no point in rushing it and doing it wrong. It's just a process. And now that I'm feeling a little bit better too, still anxious, but I want to start using the space. It's here, it's to be used. I want to use it, I just want to stop feeling so anxious. So yesterday's dry run was good. I felt so positive. It was lovely to have the dogs in, for it not just being, okay, I'm walking in, Andrew's doing a job or something and I end up doing it by myself and getting overwhelmed and flustered. The dogs can then sense that, then they play up, and it all being a whole negative ordeal. So we waited. Yesterday was great, the weather was great, and they were really happy dogs. So hopefully they will be in this afternoon. Hopefully I will be in more frequently, because I'm so much more productive when I'm here. But if you have made it this far, thank you so much as always. I was absolutely blown away by the response of my COVID vlog that I put up last week. It was really comforting to know that some people had missed my vlogs and were asking me to do it more often or to keep up with it. And consistency is my nemesis. My health is my nemesis. I just need to get into a flow, and I feel like great things are happening. It's also lifting my spirits a bit. I always struggle around a new year and spring coming up, just because of my dad and him passing, and then his birthday's around that time. It consumes me, but that has passed. I am now in that kind of next chunk of the year where I can just bypass that, and I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be in here a lot more often, share more, not just have time lapses in my kitchen washing up, because that's not all I do. On to a positive week of feeling great and manifesting feeling great, and manifesting being in this office, having that studio done to share content of stuff that I'm really passionate about producing too. But I'll chat more about that in the next vlog. Wishing you a fabulous week, or fabulous end of your week, as I'm now gonna post these on Thursdays. That seems like a manageable day for me, and I hope you're all doing really well. Toodaloo, and lots of love.